Hello everyone, it's Dove. So I am starting to work on my screens for my windows. Actually, I started working on them over at my ex-brother-in-law's house, but I was working with a screen, a roll of window screen that was just left over from garden projects, and there was not as much on the roll as I thought, so that was a bummer. But I was able to get the front two windows cut out with that screen that I had on the roll, and thankfully when I got back here to the house, I got into the shed barely because the floor of the shed's fallen through, but I was able to get into the shed and I had a bunch of scrap screen, just cut out pieces, because I used it a lot in the garden for insects and animal repellents. And so thankfully I had exactly two pieces that were big enough to actually cover these back windows, because most of them, I mean, out of probably 24 or more pieces of screen that I had left over, only two of them were big enough to cover these two back windows. I don't know if you can even see it. Probably not. There, now you can see it. So, I've got all my magnets out there. I have 50 of those one magnets, and that's not enough. So, even though I have them up out there and it's functioning, I do still want to add more magnets, because I have several areas that I don't have as many magnets as I would like to have. But I think this is okay for right now. I'm just kind of experimenting to see, you know, how many I would need and everything. And it looks like I need more on these back windows, and I'll show you why in a minute, because it's right up there. But I don't know, it seems to be working. There were a couple mosquitoes in here. I was out there working and got tons of mosquito bites just while I was doing that work and trying to reposition the magnets and everything. I was only out there for 5 minutes and I at least got 5 mosquito bites. And I can actually see them outside once in a while. I see them flitting around outside. And so I know that they're not getting in. But when I did first come in here, I had the door open a couple times. Sorry, I'm squeaking over here. I had the door open, and a few mosquitoes did get in here, and so I've killed those, and I've just been sitting here, being bait basically, because if there's a mosquito around, it's gonna find me real quick. And I've been in here about 5 minutes, and nothing so far. No more mosquitoes. I have the mosquito bites, which I forgot to bring my anti-itch spray out, and so these are driving me nuts, but I'll go back in the garage here in a few. And see, it's so bad that I have to wear long pants, and it's 91 degrees and like 60% humidity. It's just awful here, but I have to wear pants, and unfortunately they're kind of thin. They have to be thin because I'm dying here of heat. But they can bite through them, and so if the fabric is laying on my skin, they can bite through it. But if I'm standing up and it's just they're flowing around me, then obviously they can't really bite me, but they usually find a way. But I wanted to show you my little den. I don't know when we're going to be able to work on the bed. I think that's my next project, but for right now it actually doesn't feel too bad. I feel cross breeze. I've got all 4 windows open, and I do feel a cross breeze. Oh, there's a mosquito now. I see him right up there. He's trying to get in here to get me. Oh my god, I'm so highly sensitive to them. They seem to find me no matter where I am. But so I need more magnets. I've got to have at least 50 more, because I think what I want to do with the window coverings, the actual window blackout curtains, I think I have snaps that I was going to install up the pillars, but I really don't want anything protruding out like that, so I'm gonna pull these pillars off and try to glue magnets on the inside of the pillars on all these. It's going to be really challenging, and it's going to be, again, pretty janky. I can only go up to here, but I'm thinking because the rig is so tall and everything, that even if the fabric were only to go up to there and span across, I think that will be okay. I mean, you'd have to be like, I don't know, 6'5" or something to be able to peer down in there or whatever, and most people are not that tall. And so now I need a ton more magnets than I thought, because I'm going to have to put at least like 4 along down each side of each pillar. And so I need a ton more magnets, at least 50 more. And then of course I was using them in my clam too. So, and they're not cheap. 50 of these magnets was $41, and I just ordered my second box, and they're coming tomorrow, and now I need to order a third box, so that's almost $150 just in magnets to use for window screens and blackout curtains and stuff. But I guess that's what you have to do when you're going to be a nomad, because I can't handle these mosquitoes. I just can't. There's another one right now. He smells me. He smells me. He knows I'm here. I see you. He landed on the screen right there. Oh, not a he, a she. Oh. Anyways. So let me climb out here. I'm probably going to get bitten. But they're not done. I want to get some kind of nylon. Sorry. It's not going to focus now. I want to get some kind of nylon bias tape or whatever. And so I've got them all along the top and down the sides. I think 3 down the sides will be enough for each door, and then I want to have probably 4 or 5 here, but again, I didn't have enough to do everything. I was just trying to have enough to make sure there was no gaps. But I've got them all along the top here, and I only need 1 for right here because there's no metal here. And right here I had to cut out, make a little cut in the screen, and so I just pulled it as tight as I could right there, and then I made another cut right there, and I've got that magnet right up under it, so there's really no way for them to get in. But I do want to add, you know, at least 1 or 2 more magnets, and then, you know, I'll just probably take them and probably wrap the screen around the magnet a couple times and maybe stitch it in a little bit, and then wrap the bias tape around the whole edge and sew that in. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but that's kind of what I'm envisioning. But I'm going to either have to make cuts, or I'm just going to have to take that into account, because right now I've just got it folded because it was kind of billowing out. And again, I don't have enough magnets. I had 6 across this top here, and 3 there, and then I had 5 along the bottom. But I wanted to be able to open all 4 windows, and so I'm just making do with what I have until I can get more magnets in. I still have to cut the excess screen off of this one to make it even with this one. But so far so good. Unless they get in here when I have the door open, I should be fine. And I've got a screen for the top for the sunroof, and it just pops open, unfortunately. I thought it was a slider as well, but it's not. It just pops open. And so I've only got that much actual ventilation when I open that thing. But I did buy one of the already pre-made screens. Now I'm wondering, I don't think it would fit on these windows. That'd be cheating though, because this was free. I've had this screen for years because I was doing a lot of gardening and stuff. So this was free to me. The magnets are not free, but I'm not quite sure if that opening is as big as one of these windows or not. I'm not sure. I might have to rethink my my strategy, because all these magnets, they're just so darn expensive. And this works. I mean, it works okay. It folds up. And they're pretty strong magnets. I wonder if that would work. Hold on a second. Well, it was a nice thought, but it's a little bit too small. It's actually too long side to side. It's too wide, and it's just barely, like, it does kind of work, but here at the bottom it wasn't quite getting traction on the metal down here, because, and I think it's because of my window, my rain deflector. If I didn't have that on there causing it to bow out a little bit, this would have actually fit, and I would have just had overlap here on the other side. But I don't know, these are like $25 a piece, so in the end it's probably going to be just about the same for me, because like I said, the screen is free to me at this point because I still had some left over, and so I'm just buying magnets now at this point. And I've got to buy some kind of edging. These don't actually use that. This is kind of mesh. It's not window screen, it's mesh, and they folded it over like I was gonna do. They folded it over several times, but then they did not put any kind of nylon bias tape or anything around the edges. But my magnets, I can already tell my magnets are way more sticky than these, and so I don't want to take the chance at all that this screen is going to be ripped by me taking it off, because the magnets just want to stick so well to the vehicle, and these are not as strong. So I don't know. It was a nice thought, but I'll just keep that for the sunroof. So I'll make another clip, or maybe just another video. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and upload this, and once I'm all done, I'll do another little update video, I guess. But for right now, I'm protected from the mosquitoes here on the sides, and so that's nice. It's pretty hot, like I said, but if I can feel a breeze right now coming in from this side, so it's not too awfully bad. And if I had a couple fans in here, it would be tolerable. Actually, it'd probably be better than it is in my garage, where I don't have hardly any cross breeze, because I don't have any. I only have just the one window and the garage door that opens, and that does not create much of a cross breeze. So whatever, for right now I'm okay with these. Okay guys, hope you're doing well, and hope you're staying cool. Talk to you later. Bye.